Another assumption, number 6, that people have about the blessing of God is that since God has promised to bless us and has so communicated it, what I need to do is just expect Him to do it and not get involved. Let me say this to you. You see, that's what we call the natural provisions of God. You don't get involved in that one. The day breaking, rain, sunlight, winter, summer, you don't get involved in that. Well, let me tell you this. Most of God's blessings, if you don't get involved, they will not happen. If you don't get involved, they will not happen. It's going to be done to you according, not to God's power, but according to what? Your faith. You are going to have to get involved. Let me say something here. Most of God's blessings are conditional. What does conditional blessing mean? Conditional blessings simply mean blessings that cannot and will not happen without you doing your own part in it. Thou shalt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord your God, to keep His commandment and obey His duties, then these blessings will run after you and overtake you. If you don't do your own part, nothing will be done. Oh, that day when I just told you about what happened. I did my part before he could do his part. Where I come from, they say if you want to carry a child, the child does not have power to carry itself, but at least can do what? Raise his hand. To make it easy for you, you must get involved in the process. What things whatever you desire, when you pray, don't just pray, believe that you receive and you shall have. It's already yours, but you need to believe that you receive. You need to pray or ask and you shall have. It did not just happen because God won't love you. Oh, you think God created a human being that He does not love? No, He loved the world. But many people in this world are going to go to hell. The greater proportion of the people in this world today are going to a lost eternity, just like in the days of Noah. Of all the people that lived in the days of Noah, only 8 people avoided the flood. Only 8 people were not carried away by the flood. Majority followed the wide way. It says, broad is the gate and wide is the way that leads to death, and many will be there. Stretch is the gate and narrow is the way. Most of God's blessings, if you don't get involved, that's how far you're going to go. Oh, God said you be fruitful, Abi. He said go, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue. If you don't sow seeds, how will the fruit come? Husband and wife, you have to sow seed. One is sowing, one is receiving. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6 and 7. He said Paul plant, Apollo water, God gave the increase. Paul plant, Apollo water, and God gave the increase. It's not he that planted that is anything, or he that watered it, but God who gave the increase. So God is still the final factor.